Hi, I'm Father Anthony Hannon from Enviam Patches, and this is To Prepare His Way. I thought it was about time I'd do another video on beards. I've only done one video on beards, and that was my attempt at being humorous by being super serious, kind of deadpan, dry humor, making this much more serious than it is. And I'm really happy that many of you got a good chuckle out of it. Some of you didn't get the joke, so, oh well, that's the way it is. I'm not a comedian, I'm a priest, right? Good. Anyway, so this is a more serious video by being less serious, if that makes any sense at all. I'd like to tell you a few benefits or potential benefits of having a beard out in the woods here in the summertime. And then I'd like to do a review on some beard oils. So I'll go into that in just a couple of minutes. So first of all, some benefits. I find that it's very cool. It's not heavy. A beard is not heavy, and it's kind of like air conditioning in a way. It's, if I sweat or if I take a shower, it stays wetter longer. So in the summer, it's actually cooler. It's a great advantage in the summer to have a beard. The second thing is that this is a potential, I guess. Perhaps you've seen in one of my videos, which is called I think Baseball, Deer, Turkey, Bear, and Singing O Canada. It's kind of a long video, but in the middle of that I do have some video from one of the trail cameras of a very large bear that's on the property here. And as a matter of fact, just yesterday I saw a smaller bear, I believe it's a different bear, at another one of the trail cameras. So I'll be doing a video, I think I'm going to call it This is Bear Country or something like that. So that's either going to be posted before this video or after this video, but you'll see that. So this is Bear Country. Now, this is black bears. Mostly they're afraid of you. If you come out here, you probably make way too much noise in the woods if you'd ever see one. But there is the odd one, tiny percentage of black bears in certain circumstances. Maybe you get between a mama bear and her cubs or something like that, where a black bear might be a little bit predatory. So, to do that, to kind of dissuade them, the idea with black bears is you stand your ground, you make noise, and you make yourself big. You make yourself big. Well, I think, maybe I'm wrong, what do you think? But I think if a bear sees this, he sees this, yeah, that's going to deter him. This is a bear deterrent. That's what this is. Like, who wants to mess with that and this, he's not gonna mess with me because I got this big manly beard, right? He's going to be afraid of me. Kind of on a side note, the beard also acts as a deterrent from certain males of the human species who have some wires crossed, and so I've been told that many of such guys like that, they are not attracted to manly features in men. They like more boyish features, so that's another plus, that this beard is a good deterrent for that. Okay, so that's a little bit a tongue-in-cheek thing. Let's get to the substance of this video, which is to review some beard oils. Now, I consulted my good friend Maurice, who is a hairstylist and a barber, and he's an expert on all of these things, right? Hair care and beards and everything like that. And I asked him about beard oils, and he said they're a complete waste of money. Don't bother with it. You don't need that. All you need is, a mild shampoo and a mild conditioner. And he recommended to me to go and find shampoos and conditioners that are specifically made for colored hair, for dyed hair. So people who dye their hair, then the mildest shampoos and the mildest conditioners are those shampoos and conditioners made for people who dye their hairs. Dye their hair, right? Because that makes the most sense, right? Because they don't want to wash that dye out, so they're the mildest. I thought, like many of you perhaps thought, that maybe baby shampoo would be the mildest. He said, no, that's not very mild at all. That's actually a very strong shampoo. If I'm remembering the conversation right, Maurice, I'm sorry if I'm getting it wrong. But anyway, he says that. So I went to Walmart and I find, the cheapest stuff, Tresemme, and I got the big jugs of it or whatever you call it, and it's perfect. No worries at all. And I just treat it like I treat the hair on top of my head. I shampoo, and as a matter of fact, Maurice says, you know, use that for your whole body. You don't need bar soap or anything like that. Just use you know, that mild shampoo, and I don't use conditioner all over my body, but for my beard and the top. Okay, so anyway, I go to Walmart and I get that, and then they have in Walmart they have a section on beard care, and they have beard oils, and I threw caution to the wind and ignored the advice of my good friend Maurice, and I decided to try 2 different types of beard oil. So the first one, and I think I got this in kind of a kit. It came with like a beard comb and also beard shampoo, beard and hair shampoo. And this one, I believe that's one called Got to Be Phenomenal. Got to Be Phenomenal. So I bought that, and that comes in a jar of 73 milliliters. There, bottom. And then there's this one called Everyman Jack Hydrating Oil. And that's only 30 ml, and I think like per milliliter this is twice as much as the Got to Be. But the Got to Be comes with some shampoo, and I actually really like the shampoo that's in it. But once it runs out, I'm not going to buy it. I'm just going to use the Tresemme mild shampoo. Blah blah blah. Okay, so what about these 2? Well, this one here, the Everyman Jack, I'm going to put that on first because it's yeah, just because I don't like the smell as much. Okay, so you know, you take a few squirts there and you put it in your hands and you put it in the beard, and it does soften up the beard, like there's no doubt about it. And you know, then when I comb it out, I'm not going to comb that on film here, but that's you know, it is actually pretty good. I don't like the smell of it because it kind of smells like CK1, you know, Calvin Klein 1. It's the unisex cologne, and that stinks. That's awful. Kind of smells a little soapy, like soap. This is supposed to be like a fresh thing. But the good thing about this stuff, this beard oil, is because it's a knockoff, and I don't know if they're trying to kind of match the CK1 smell, but because it's a knockoff, it's obviously not like top quality, so it doesn't last long. It doesn't, you know, it's not that strong. But you know, you smell it. Obviously, you put it on your beard, and yeah, CK1. Look, in this day and age, the last thing you want, guys, is to have a unisex cologne. Okay, you don't want that. Okay, Got to Be, the Got to Be, and I'm just going to add this right on top of that one, and just put that one on. Now it's a lighter oil. It's lighter for sure. So the Everyman Jack one is a thicker oil, and I do find that it's maybe kind of tames the beard a little bit better. And the Got to Be Phenomenal doesn't as much, but it smells a lot better. It smells kind of like Ralph Lauren's Polo. Again, not very strong, but it's a more manly smell. Okay, so that's a lot better than that. Okay, so all that being said, I'm just going to wipe my hands off for a second. All that being said, I'm going to give you my recommendation, which I have not mentioned yet, for real men, and especially for the woods. The best beard oil for the woods, for woodsmen. And oh, by the way, before I go into that, the number one ingredient in each of these is sunflower seed oil, sunflower oil. This is, you know, pretty expensive when you talk about how much there is in a bottle. You know what? If I need to put oil in my beard, I'm just going to take a little bit of sunflower oil. I have it for cooking, so why not just use that? It doesn't smell like anything. You don't have to worry about perfumes or anything like that. Okay, so here's my recommendation. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. This is Woods Tick Repellent Spray. It's actually 30% DEET. It also has, it doesn't list the ingredients on it, but it has, oils in it. It has, vegetable oils in it. And then it has DEET. 30% DEET. Perfect. It repels ticks, mosquitoes, black flies, deer flies. These are the most popular bugs out here. It's oily. You put it on. It's got a good manly scent. By the way, this is pretty much the same as, oh yeah, that's good. That brings back good memories, fishing with my dad and stuff like that, right? Put the mosquito repellent on. But that's good stuff, This is not a girly smell. No way. You put it all, and you put that all over your face, hey, and everything behind your ears, on your neck, everything. I spray it on my arms. This is the greatest stuff. By the way, this is Woods, but I saw it in Canadian Tire. Pretty much the same thing, same bottle, same smell, everything 30% DEET, which is muskol. So if you know what muskol smells like, that's what this is. That, my friends, is the best beard oil. Okay? Hey, I dare you. God bless, and Van Patches.